Yes, Pretzelman 945 here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I am going to be, what's the second video because I recorded the Anime Moments video earlier. In today's second video, I'm going to be recording my review of an anime that I just finished, which was Erased. Um, this has been on my watch list for um a very long time. Uh, and I finally got around to watching it. Um, and it was great, genuinely amazing. Erased, in my opinion, is how you make a great mystery anime because um, this had a quite simple mystery to follow. It's like we're trying to stop this serial killer who abducts children and murders them. And we're throwing in some time travel on top of that. Why not? I love that because I love time travel stories, and so any time travel in any story will immediately be a cause to make it more captivating unless it's done to shit, but I haven't really seen anything that did time travel shit that I can think of. So that's not really something I was worried about with Erased, and it did not really come up as an issue. Um, is the revival mechanic something that's deeply explored? Oh, no. Did it need to be? Not exactly. Um, it was kind of just a plot device to be used for whenever it was needed, but to be honest, like I think that mystery stories that um make I guess too much use of plot devices like that are and like focus too much on the mystery itself are just not very compelling stories. And that's why I really liked Erased, is because this was a compelling mystery where more of the focus was put on the characters, which is something that I personally really like in mystery stories. Um, and at its core, what this story is a story about the nature of children and parents and the fulfilling role that each brings to each other's lives. And and this is seen based like in the contrast of Sachiko and Satoru, and also Kaio and her abusive mother, and how there's a lack of that there. Also, like the way that the teacher who was actually the killer ended up briefly acting as Satoru's father figure. Um, and in general, like this idea of who is fulfilling to who is a really interesting idea that they play with, and I think that um is best explored through Satoru and Gaku's unique relationship, because um Satoru and his teacher, uh thinking back on it, they were actually like quite subtly similar in a lot of ways. And the biggest, I guess, critique that I've heard of Erased is that um the uh the teacher being the killer reveal was like super obvious from episode 8 or something, or like several episodes before it actually revealed. And I mean, and apparently for some people that kind of like ruined the rest of the story because of the fact that it was so predictable. Not like, to me, I don't know why this is just something. This is probably just a weird thing that I do when I watch mystery stories, but like I was kind of like sus of every type of character, and I realized I hadn't thought about the teacher yet, and I became sus of the teacher. And what do you know? It actually was the teacher. Um, So I mean, like in that sense, I guess it was kind of easy to. Oh no, I can't even say that. If I wasn't being like a weird with the way I watch mystery stories, I probably would have been quite surprised by it. So I mean, I don't know if I represented or worded that like complaint that I've heard some people have accurately or not, but the way I understood that is like I don't agree with criticism of this. Um, and yeah, in general, I mean, I thought all the characters were great. Like, I thought Satoru is a great protagonist. All his different friends are really entertaining. Kaio's arc is great. That takes up most of the show. Um, all his friends are funny. Kenya in particular is a W best friend character, and Sachiko was a W mom character. I really like both of them. I think my favorite character was Irie, though. I don't know. I always really like and appreciate characters that have a major impact on screen despite having more limited screen time. And I think that's exactly what Irie did. She essentially influenced Satoru's entire like philosophy and method as to how he was gonna do the whole thing that he managed to do, uh, despite having only limited interactions. And then she showed up at the very end, which is just a beautiful final moment to me that was so satisfying of an ending. Um, also, I want to point out that the opening to this is incredible because it is Riri, which is probably my favorite song by Asian Kung Fu Generation. Um, I've heard it a ton before, like before watching this show, and I was just humming along every time the episode started. Um, so I loved that. In general, I really, really like this show. I think that it is honestly just a great way to do a mystery anime. It has like a well constructed mystery. It has a good reveal, and it's primarily focused on the characters instead of too much on the mystery itself. It's honestly everything that I really like about a mystery story. And for that, I really, really enjoyed it. So yeah. Closed OBS for a second. There we go. Um, but let me know what you think of Erased in the comments. Have you ever heard the criticism I was talking about, or am I crazy? I'm going crazy. Sometimes. But yeah, let me know what you thought of Erased in the comments below, and I will see you all later. Bye bye.